He's the Rookie of the Year in the National League for the year 2025. He joins us right now on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line. He is Drake Baldwin. Drake, congratulations. Thanks for coming on the program. I guess you're feeling celebratory right now, are you not?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's been a fun couple of hours with everyone reaching out, and, I mean, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, can you explain the whole, why were you at Spencer Schwellenbach? Did it have something to do with the Green Bay Packers, yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did. I wanted to be around some of the buddies and some of the people that kind of helped make it all happen. Was one of the things, but I've been going over to his place for just about every Packer game to watch it with him. He's a big Packer fan as well, so I know after the announcement, it was about 20 minutes later till they started, so that was definitely a big reason why I was there as well.
So do you think about how spring training began for you last year? You hope to get your feet wet a little bit and then go back down to the minor leagues, get some seasoning. Next thing you know, Sean Murphy gets hurt, and here you are.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely, looking back on it, and like at the start of the year, I would never have thought that this year would have ended the way it did. So, I mean, it's a pretty special moment and pretty special season looking back on it, just to see like how much different everything is and kind of how far I've come and how many things I've learned about, I mean, just playing in the big leagues and even like making new friends with everyone up here and just kind of having a really good time. So it's a crazy couple of months, and it flew by with how fun it was and how much stuff was going on. And yeah, I don't even think I've really comprehended everything that's gone on so far. So especially after this, I'll have to take a second and look back on it and just realize really how cool it is and soak it all in.
Can you give us a couple of things that maybe you know now that you didn't know then?
I mean, I think the biggest thing that comes to mind is just like the quality of the people in the big leagues. I mean, you always watch them. You always watch them on TV, and you think that, I mean, they are superstars at what they do, and you think that they're just these people who are way above you and everything, and then you get to really know them, and you realize they're all really good people. They're all down to earth. They care about what you do. You have similar interests, similar hobbies, and I think getting to know them was really cool, and that they're all just normal people and good people to be around.
We've actually talked about being on the backfield. But then there's a backfield behind the backfield when you're a young guy in baseball, when you're down in spring training. Can you talk a little bit about how close the big field is, but really sort of how far away it is, because you know it's going to be probably at least a couple of years before you get there?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool with how the Braves have it, that you're right across the weight room from the big league part. You're warming up on the same field as the big leaguers, and it feels like you're really close, and then you kind of break off, and let's say you're in high A or something, and you got a couple more levels or a couple more years to develop. But you know, everyone who's in the big leagues, they went through it, and it really helped them. And I mean, with the Braves, they do a good job at developing. So you just kind of have to trust the process, and just kind of take it day by day, and that's kind of what you learn from the guys that have been through it. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy to think back of my first spring training, like looking at some of these guys, like, wow, like we're really in the same spring training complex as them.
Talk a little bit about maybe some of the guys who helped you, because hitters meetings, pitchers meetings, you're involved in both of them. Have there been a couple of guys, I know Trump is a guy that you've talked about in the past, to help you make those steps that are necessary to be a guy who's in charge? Yeah,
I mean, there's a bunch of people that have helped me through this. I think the guy who was kind of with me throughout the whole year, and my locker mate, he's right next to me in the locker, is Murphy. I mean, he's at all the meetings with me. He's at the catchers meetings, pitchers meetings, hitters meetings, probably in the same group hidden. Like seems like we're always together, and he never looked at me as like a lesser. He always was trying to help. And he was just a good friend to have through the ups and the downs. So, I mean, I think he was a ton of help, just kind of getting me to be able to learn how to do scouting reports, learn how to attack pitchers, learning how to just kind of balance the timing between how much effort you're putting in, not effort, but how much time you're putting into the pitchers, and how you can still be focused when you're going out to have your at-bats and still being as focused as you can possibly be for both of them while getting your work done.
I know Eddie Perez and a few other guys that have been around here, they need for you to be vocal. You have to speak up in those meetings. What was the evolution of that for you, where you were comfortable speaking in all of those meetings?
Yeah, I mean, like the first, even like the first day of the year, I was catching sail, and you go through the scout reports, and a lot of times the catcher leads it. And I mean, I was like, wow, I'm about to catch a Cy Young winner, the reigning Cy Young winner on opening day. It's my first start, and they're trusting me to do this. So you kind of get thrust into it pretty quick, but I think that's one of the best ways to learn. It's a lot about just being prepared, and if you're confident in what you're saying, it's easy to be talking in those meetings.
Drake Baldwin with us on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line, the 25 Rookie of the Year in the National League. Chris Sale was on with us last week. He said some stellar things about you. What did you pick up from a guy like that?
I mean, you just watch one of the best competitors in the world when he's out there. I mean, you just want to play hard when he's on the field or when he's on your team, just because you see how hard he works, what he does in the weight room, on days he's pitching, on days he's not pitching. I mean, you just you strive to be that locked in every single day, and take care of your body like he does, and just be ready to go out there and compete. I mean, it's impressive. He's done it for such a long time, and you can really see why when he comes in and day out and works as hard as he can.
It's interesting that you say that, because I'm sure that you have people that are going to give you advice, but I'm sure you picked up a lot just watching how guys go about their daily business.
Yeah, I'd almost say it's more about that than like specific things people have told me. I mean, you just kind of watch, especially as a rookie, you kind of just follow along a little bit of what these guys are doing. I mean, you kind of get blessed here with how veteran of a team we have and how many skilled players we have and all the accomplishments that they've been through, whether it be Riley, Murphy, Olsen. I mean, I could name like Mike, Cunha, literally everyone on the field. They've had a stellar season in the past or continuing to have really good seasons. So you just kind of want to take little bits and pieces of what they do, because they're doing something right, a lot of things right, to be honest. So it's just watching them, seeing how they work, seeing how they operate 162 games.
We're going to get to the hitting side in a second, but do you have any idea how many different pitchers the Atlanta Braves used in 2025? I mean, you had a bird's eye view. Can you guess, or do you know the actual number of pitchers used this past year?
I've seen something. Was it like 71?
So 30 different guys, 19 different starters. So that meant whatever the rotation was that you had to learn, because we all know the rotation went away. Yeah, you guys had a huge roster, but it's 30
Probably
different pitchers.
seemed like 71 as the season went on to you.
19 starters, which means, again,
total players.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
But
I was thinking the wrong one.
No, it's fine.
You had to go to school on that many arms over the course of the year, which, by the way, when I'm thinking about who the Rookie of the Year is, it is different to be a catcher for a number of reasons, but that is also one of them.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a lot. I mean, from the first start of the year with Lopi going down, I mean, it just kind of was new guys coming in all the time, and I think it honestly helped my development a little bit. I mean, you get a taste of it early. You get to try to kind of learn on the fly with how pitchers do stuff. You can start to see what helps them and try to figure out like what categories of a pitcher they're in, whether it's like more location, whether it's stuff, how to pitch, different sequences, what pitches are the best. And the quicker you learn that, I think it just helps all around with being able to find tendencies like throughout a game, even with a pitcher that you might have a ton of comfortability with. So yeah, I mean, definitely pretty crazy, but I give a lot of credit to like Murphy, Sandy, Trump, all these guys that have helped kind of guide me through it all, because they've experienced it with a ton of different pitchers and learning about how to win that game that day.
I would imagine DHing was a challenge for you as well. You're one of those guys that I would assume is always on the field. Mentally, was that something that you had to kind of learn to do over the course of the year as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit different in the big leagues with being able to like hit and stuff in between innings and have a little bit more I guess, analytics on the scouting reports and stuff. So it's kind of seeing what you need and what helps you from at bat to at bat. But in the minor leagues, they kind of prepared me a little bit with that to get those at bats in DHing. So, I mean, yeah, I think it's a combination, a little bit of everything. But it's definitely different than catching and hitting and being a DH. It's definitely two completely different things, and I think it's two different skills you have to be good at.
When you're DHing, you have a little bit more time because you're not slapping on equipment and doing the other part of the job. Do you like the pad? Do you like to look at at-bats, or do you think that at-bat's done? I'm going to put it down because I don't even know who I might be facing in the next at-bat. What's your game routine a little bit different as a DH?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of the type of guy that, like, I just kind of look at it if I, like, get a hit or something because I like to feel good about myself. Then I'll check it out a ton and be like, nice. But other than that, it just kind of varies at bat to an at bat, whether I'm going in, if I'm feeling, my swing's feeling good, if it's feeling bad, if I want to get more swings, if it's a little cold out or something, to stay warm. Or if I'm just like, you know what, I feel really good, I'm just going to chill on the bench and eat some seeds and go out there for the next at bat and prepare a couple minutes before I go out there. So, I mean, I think it varies. You just kind of have to read your body and how you're feeling and what the pitcher is and kind of the stuff he has and kind of know what you need to do for that given at bat that's coming up.
Drake Baldwin with us on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker.
What do you think about the ABS system coming into play?
I mean, I got to experience a little bit in AAA. I think it's going to be definitely a big difference late in games. I'm curious to see how managers and catchers and pitchers kind of navigate the thing with when they challenge and all that stuff. And I mean, I don't really know if there's going to be like analytics behind that, like when's the best time to challenge, when umpires miss pitches and a bunch of various stuff. But I don't know. I'm curious to see it. I don't really have a ton of thoughts yet. I've done it in AAA, but I know it's going to be a lot different at the big league level when games mean this much more.
When you're catching, what rate do you think you would hit at ball strike? Let's say 100% is I wouldn't miss one all game. When you're catching, what kind of rate do you think you would hit at just ball strike?
Wait, say that again. With just what?
When you're catching, a pitch thrown to you, what
recognition?
What percentage would you say ball strike?
Oh, with the ABS system?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's honestly tougher than it may look on TV. Like, if you're reaching across or whatever and you think it's a strike or you think it's a ball because you reached all the way across the zone and it clips the zone, and it's like, it's weird. It's a lot of different perception things depending on where you're setting up. If you catch the ball well, it always feels like a strike, or you want it to be called a strike, even if it might be a ball. So I don't know. I think that's definitely something you got to kind of get used to and kind of practice going into the spring training. So I don't know. I don't know an exact percentage. I know that I think it was around like 55% in the minor league that the catchers were correct. So it was still pretty much a flip of the coin, even if they did challenge. It's just the egregious ones that will kind of be taken out of the game.
Finishing up with the National League Rookie of the Year, Drake Baldwin, with us on the Loud Security Systems Newsmaker line. You were there for the press conference a week ago today. Your thoughts on Walt Weiss getting the job? Yeah,
I mean, Walt's an awesome guy. He's been around here for a while. He knows the Braves way and kind of how successful they've been. He knows all the guys. Everyone respects him. So I think he's super excited to get into this role, and I think we're all excited for it as well.
Were you able to put it down? Like, what's your routine now? Before February, obviously. What do you – because you really haven't had an off-season like this, playing this many games at this level. What do you do, and how do you figure out what to do this off-season?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit more time with going into spring training, and you'll get a little bit more time in spring training to ramp up rather than in the minor leagues. It's a little bit more – you got to be 100% full go when you get into spring training to kind of show yourself, not necessarily a tryout, but you got to be ready to go rather than a little bit of a ramp up there. So I think they do a great job at kind of helping me out here. I've talked to a bunch of guys on the team, like what they like to do, what they like to hit, when they like to hit, and how much, and kind of to get the body ready to go. But I mean, it's pretty similar. I mean, it's get bigger, stronger, faster, maybe have a few tweaks on the swing, and just kind of slowly get 1% better every day.
Did they have to write into your contract no hockey? Because for people who don't know, you played, and I know you were talking to our producer, Matt, before you came on with us. There's hockey in your future, but I'm assuming in your contract that says there's no hockey for the right now.
Yeah, I think there's some fine print there that that's saying that. So I'm, especially after this and after this year, and honestly, since I got drafted, I was fine putting it on the back burner for later.
Beer league hockey, right somewhere down the road for you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You think you're going to be playing like 40-year-old man hockey when all is said and done?
I would be surprised if I wasn't, honestly.
All right. Well, listen, congratulations on all of it. You picked up a draft pick for the Braves as well, so bravo, helping the team out even as a young man.
Oh yeah, just trying to help out the organization, and I mean, hoping maybe he wins Rookie of the Year as well, and we can get even another one.
The man is a giver through and through. Drake Baldwin, congratulations. Have a great holiday season. We'll catch up at spring training.
All right. Thank you, guys.